I'm going to give you my recommendations on how to load out your Origin 315p, and we're starting right now.
Origin Jumpworks at your service. Core system operational.
Welcome to a Star Citizen's Loadout Guide. What's up, citizens? This is SubliminaL here, and in this guide, we will discuss my recommendations for both weapons and components for your Origin 315p. The 315p is going to be a great entry-level exploration ship once some game mechanics are fully implemented. In my opinion, in the game's current state, it is best used as a drug smuggling ship for new or intermediate players. This loadout is going to get you set up to do just that. Special thanks for all the support from patrons and channel members. It takes a while to make one of these, and your support is greatly appreciated. If you wind up enjoying this loadout guide, please consider liking, subscribing, and sticking around to the end to learn of ways that you can support future content for free. Enough with the formalities, let's get to it. The Origin 315p is the exploration variant of the 300 series. Since the exploration gameplay isn't completely fleshed out, the stock tractor cannon is currently useless. We will be going for a stealthy passive loadout. This build can be used for light exploration while avoiding conflict, or using its stealth to smuggle drugs undetected. If you didn't know, drug smuggling is a pretty viable way for someone to make a decent income when your ship is limited to 8 to 12 SCU. These recommendations are just that, my recommendations, and are not the best for every situation. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments or share your loadout over at the SubliminaL channel Discord. Let's start with the power plant, the component that gives all your other components power. The standard power plant on the 315p is the Size 1 Grade 3 Stealth Class Sonic Light, with just 1400 max power draw per second and a 3.75 second draw request time. Because we're going for stealth, we need to also consider its EM and IR signature of 1.05. This suffers from a low maximum power draw, but it has a low draw request time. This plant may work for you, but I want to get the stealth signature down as low as possible, so we're going to be adding an even more stealthy shield, the Slipstream. Its Grade 1 Stealth class has almost 1800 max power generation per second and a super fast 1.25 second draw request time. This will add more than 400 max power draw and reduce the time it takes to reach that max power draw down to 1.25 seconds, and cuts the EM and IR signature in half. This is a better power plant in every way. The Slipstream will set you back just under 19,000 Alpha UEC and can be found at these locations. Let's discuss its coolers. These are used to cool your components. The standard coolers on the 315p are the Size 1 Grade 3 Stealth Class Heat-Safe coolers with a cooling rate of 130 kilos per second, a draw request time of 7.5 seconds, and a 1.05 EM IR signature. These coolers barely provide enough cooling capacity and have a higher signature than the coolers I recommend. I recommend adding snow blinds. They are Size 1, Grade 1, Stealth class with a cooling rate of 170 kilos per second and a draw request time of 7.5 as well, and a 0.75 EM IR signature. I know these stealth numbers seem low, but this makes a big difference. These now provide enough cooling and lowers our signature. A snow blind will set you back almost 13,000 Alpha UEC and can be found at these locations. Now for the shield generator that protects our ship and these components. The 315p stock shield generators are the Size 1 Grade 3 Stealth Class Shimmer shield generators with an HP pool of over 2300, a 306 HP per second regen rate, a 50% minimum physical absorption, a 2-second damage delay, a 12-second down delay, and a 5-second draw request time. This shield is a decent shield, but not good enough. We're going to be adding the super fast Mirages. They are Size 1, Grade 1, Stealth class with a HP pool of over 3000, a 342 HP per second regen rate, 50% minimum physical absorption, a 2-second damage delay, a 12-second down delay, and a 5-second draw request time. This will give you much more shield pool, provide quicker regen and draw request times. Plus, it will cut your EM and IR signatures in half again. Another win over the stock loadout. The Mirages will set you back 18,000 Alpha UEC and can be found at these locations. And lastly, the quantum drive that will help you get to the stores to sell these components faster. The standard QT drive on the 315p is the Size 1 Grade 3 Industrial Class Goliath with a 89 megameter per second quantum speed, a 5.8 per megameter fuel requirement, a 7.75 second spool up, and a 22-second cooldown time. This drive is great if you want range. However, in the current state of the game, I just need to make short range jumps, mostly for planet to moon within the Stanton system. I recommend using the Spectre. The Spectre is grade 1, stealth class, has a 201 megameter per second quantum speed, a 18.6 per megameter fuel requirement, a 6.25 second spool up, and a 10-second cooldown time. This drive is significantly faster, but has significantly less range. So much so that it can't make the jump from PO to Microtech in one go. But this is a trade-off I'm willing to make. Most of my jumps will be short. The Spectre will run you around 36,000 Alpha UEC and can be found at these locations. This video is brought to you by my Locations of Stanton fan art series. There are 4 ways you can rock this collection. Number 1, all viewers can download the mobile wallpapers for free. Number 2, desktop wallpaper versions are available to all patrons and channel members. Number 3, canvases and posters are available on my Teespring merch store below this video. And number 4, you can have them printed on metal from Displate. Flaunt your love for Star Citizen and support the channel while doing so. Now let's talk about its stock weapons and my recommendations. The 315p is equipped with a size 3 utility mount on the nose and 2 fixed size 3s under the wings. Also, under each wing we have a size 2 MSD 212 missile rack with 1 size 2 missile. On the nose, the 315p comes with a size 3 Greycat Industrial Sure Grip tractor beam. At this current time, this cannot be swapped out for a weapon or another utility item, and it is useless until more gameplay features are implemented. Under each wing, we have a fixed size 3 SW16 BR3 Shredder ballistic cannon. One shredder does 112 alpha damage times 240 RPM for a total of 448 DPS and a 2700 meter range. They have 480 rounds that would deplete in just 2 minutes of continuous fire. That ammo count is atrocious, even if we are going to be exercising some passivity. I'll be adding gimbaled Scorpion GT215s. One Scorpion does 21 damage times 900 RPM for a total of 318 DPS and a 2100 meter range. Scorpion has 8,000 rounds that would deplete in 533 seconds of continuous fire. The Scorpion and gimbal set will run you over 11,000 Alpha UEC each and can be found at these locations. An honorable mention would be gimbaled attrition 2s if you prefer energy weapons. It should be noted that energy weapons do add to your signature though. For missiles, we have 2 MSD 212 missile racks with 1 Tempest 2 each. Tempest 2s are size 2, cross section, do 3,500 damage, have a 2.5 second lock time, and a 5,400 meter lock range. I prefer cross section and we're trying to go for a passive build here, so I'll keep these. An honorable mention will be Rattler 2s. If you don't have around 160,000 Alpha UEC to spend on all this at once, I would buy them in the following order. The most important thing here is stealth. I believe this will reduce conflict between players and being scanned by NPCs. And with this ship losing 33% damage potential of the base model 300i, it makes sense to use this ship in a passive drug smuggling manner because its combat abilities are extremely limited. Also, this build uses gimbals. However, with fixed weapons being reworked in 310, it is very likely that I will be changing this build to have 2 fixed GT220s instead. The great thing about this build is that if you have at least 30k of capital, you can still run drugs with the stock loadout. Speaking of running drugs, you can find videos on how to find these secret locations on YouTube. I have done a series on this in the past, but since they released Planetech V4, it made my videos obsolete. So I can't stress this enough, please do not try to use my older videos to find these locations. I will redo this series once they are finished with the hype map rework. Make sure you check out the link to this loadout at Oracle.games. I have a link in the description. Building this loadout would not have been possible without this tool. It even tells you the prices and locations on where to find these items in the verse. My recommendations are constantly changing because the game is constantly changing, especially with the new 3.10 patch fixing fixed weapons. Head over to the SubliminaL channel Discord to see my updated loadouts. I am building a community there for citizens who want to discuss ships, loadouts, components, weapons, and more. Click the link in the description. Those are my loadout recommendations. Let me hear yours down in the comments. My full review of the Origin 315p will be coming shortly, so make sure you're subscribed and have the bell clicked. If you enjoy my channel, there are 6 ways to support it. Number 1, you can smash that like button. Number 2, you can share this content with someone who may enjoy it. Number 3, you can check out my Locations of Stanton collection over at Displate. Number 4, you can subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the circle here. Number 5, you can become a channel member by clicking the join button below. And number 6, if you're feeling generous, consider becoming a patron. Some pledge perks can be seen here, including desktop versions of my Locations of Stanton collection available to all patrons. If not, your viewership is greatly appreciated. Until next time, citizens, I'll see you in the verse.